А вот так. Так, наебал вас, получается, понимаешь? Наебал, напиздюнькал, наврал. Мужика, а нету его, не ушел, видимо. Дима. Короче, ребят, смотрите. Первое, что хочу сказать. Мы будем играть на экстриме, потому что мне нужна ачивка, мне нужна платина в дельте, блядь. Хочу платину в дельте, поэтому будем играть на экстриме. Поэтому это будет душное прохождение, сразу говорю. Вот. Второе. Второе. Это мое второе прохождение дельты. Если что, сразу говорю. Третье. Мы играем с фильтром. Сейчас покажу вам. Фильтром на оригинал, потому что без фильтра это выглядит как какой-то слоп, блять. С фильтром оно хотя бы немножко стиль возвращает оригинальный. Поэтому будем играть с фильтром. Я прошел один раз без фильтра. Спасибо, мне не хватило, блять. Четвертое, мы играем в режиме нового управления, потому что нахуя мне тогда игра не прекратить, если я буду в него играть как в оригинале, блять. Вот. Пятое, чё? Да все, блять. Начинаем. Добавили новые режимы. Типа, раньше было мне тогда я люблю это, а сейчас есть четверка и Скокер 5. И я люблю все Metal Gear. Банан. Списволокер. Сейчас я буду помню. Это максимум, блядь, да, это максимум. Ну давай тогда банан. Вот, играем оригинал. Уровень сложности экстрим. Можно на экстриме пройти. Да, не канон. Давайте на экстремалке. То есть нету датчика движений, нету динозавров, есть нет противопоходных датчиков. Когда, блядь, МГС-4, купите мне предзаказ на PS5 с портом МГС-4, будет вам на стрим МГС-4 и писволокер, ребят. Сразу говорю, стрим возможно будет 2 часа максимум, а может и больше, не знаю, посмотрим. Давайте все советы. Спасибо, Ярик, спасибо. Вульф Пернс. Сразу захвата? Ну, купите мне карту захвата, тогда хорошо. Вот. Все, погнали. Все, сейчас будет абсолютно синема, ребята. Начинается.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the Cold War.
Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
Ну да, студия FX, Антон Логинов FX. Антон Сололов FX. О, это Ерич сейчас будет. Вот смотрите, Major Zero, это Ерич.
Cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop.
Вы еще не забывайте, что я играю с фильтром на оригинал. То есть цвета, отображение цветов, как в оригинале, ну, приближено. Без этого фильтра оно выглядит очень блекло и очень не цветасто. Оригинал был довольно цветастым и довольно таким контрастным.
Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Как в Советском Союзе. Я просто поиграл бы на кинескопе, кстати, бы МГС-2 и
The
МГС-3.
head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the
Блять, я забыл. Здесь в ремейке убитый в хлам перевод, кстати. А давайте ради прикола оставим. Я просто эту игру проходил реально раз, не знаю, 8. Я эти диалоги знаю наизусть. И просто на слух воспринимаю. Оставим субтитры, чтобы чисто поугарать. Потому что там, короче, Metal Gear перевели как металлическая амуниция. И таких приколов там будет очень много, ребят. Я говорю, это очень угарный перевод. Вот там жалуются на перевод там 4, там, на перевод 2 от фанатов, на перевод от 1 от фанатов. Чуваки, официальный перевод Дельты в разы хуже. Я вам отвечаю.
mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was...
Да, Ярич, но тогда получается, нужно говорить, что мы играем не за Снейка, а за Змея. Я не знаю. Мы сражаемся не с Сором, а с печалью, блядь. Мы сражаемся не с Фьюри, а с яростью. То есть нужно тогда переводить все, а тут, блядь... А тут, блядь, просто пиздец. Да, я говорю, здесь вот смотрите, ебанутые, здесь все ебануто. Здесь все, что связано с текстом, это полный пиздец, чувак, я тебе отвечаю. Понял, Коля.
No God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
Девственные скалы, блядь. Еще сейчас на их залезет и сделает их недевственными.
Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Сейчас, секунд, дайте мне 1,5 минутки. Нужно послушать голосовое сообщение от одного человека.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
Охуй. Кино.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons.
Не, ну девочка, конечно, красивая в жизни. Сказать, крутой, у него шрам на лице, конечно,
Sounds
красивый.
like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Посмотри на Ерича Гигачата. Реально Гигачат. Здравствуйте, с фильтром интересно, только что-то черный цвет немножко, как будто контраст, как будто. Ну, сейчас посмотрим, сейчас потыкаем. Да, вроде все, да, с фильтром намного лучше, чем... Я сейчас выключу фильтр, покажу вам без фильтра. Это да. Привет, Фултон. Если что, мы играем в режиме 30 кадров, а не 60, для того, чтобы был 2К, сам скинул 4К, и более крутые тени, крутые текстурки, графон, модельки. Потому что режимы 60 FPS графон похуже будут.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
Слышите
You've eaten one before.
звуки диалогов с Снейка по качеству, не знаю, как у вас, но у меня в БР прям слышно, что они прям, хуже, блять. Что прям звуковые файлы с тех времен, короче, сжатые немножко по качеству.
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneak.
Вауш. Снайп, змей, вауш, Дэвид Хейдер.
No trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah,
about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here.
А вот тут, блядь,
branch.
качество лучше, резко лучше стало качество.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Так, значит, смотрим. Вот без фильтров. Бля, ну без фильтров это, ну, такой выцветший, он вообще, блядь, такой чисто реализм. И типа, оно прикольно, но мне кажется, оно не идет той игре, которая изначально задумывалась. Оно кажется просто каким-то безликим. А вот с оригиналом, бля, намного пизже. Так, погодите. Журналы у нас будут европейские. Можно всегда, смотрите, в ремейке можно выбирать типы журналов. В каждом регионе был свой регион журналов. Я выбрал Европу. Размер текста. Погоди, а это поможет мне здесь?
Snake, first you need to find that backpack you lost on the way down. Your backpack got caught on a tree to the north. Try heading in that direction. Snake, you said your backpack got caught on a tree branch, right?
Yeah,
Was there ivy growing on the tree?
there was, but
Perfect.
perfect.
Indeed. You can climb any ivy-covered tree by standing in front of the ivy and pressing the action button. Climb the tree and retrieve your backpack.
Давайте глянем еще на фильтры всякие. Ностальгия. Пиздец. Пиздец. А, погоди, можно на фоторежиме. Вот, фильтр. Ностальгия, оригинал. Бля, почему такой выцветший все. Вообще. Фоторежим. Это без фильтра, это оригинал. Нет фильтра, оригинал. Нет фильтра, оригинал. Сравнительно лучше. Боевик еще забавный, кстати. Я все-таки с оригиналом давайте поиграю. Все, заебись. Все, можно начинать играть в целом. Ну, вот смотри, то, что ты очень сильно хотел. Можно менять костюмы. А, я пока не могу, потому что пока нет возможности менять костюмы. Ну, короче, да, можно менять костюмы на ходу. Да, ебать, графон, блядь. Пиздец. И можно фон, кстати, увеличить в этой игре. Игра просто стандартная, но его можно, если что, увеличить.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a list on the screen. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of
Давай, давай.
importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Oh.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake? Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Не, ну 3D-вибрация на геймпаде, конечно, разъеб на самом деле. Ты ощущаешь прям каждое его движение, каждый потертость. Прям, вау. Женщина еще. Не бойся, не бойся.
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage, first press the Survival Viewer button to go to the Survival Viewer. Then select Camouflage and press the Enter button. Select Uniform to select Battle Fatigues, and Face to select Face Paint. Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage is attained by selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand out in your surroundings will attract attention. Visibility is poor in the jungle, so you'll be finding yourself in a lot of unexpected encounters. Naturally, this means that close quarters combat will be more important than ever.
So I'll have plenty of chances to use CQC then.
That's right. In proximity encounters, firing a gun isn't necessarily the best response to every situation. It's only one option among many. Rather than taking the time to draw, aim, and fire a gun, engaging your opponent in hand-to-hand combat can sometimes be a faster and more reliable way of subduing him. Besides, in a sneaking mission like this one, it's too dangerous to go around firing your gun. You'll end up revealing yourself to the enemy.
Yeah, I know. You created CQC to deal with exactly this type of situation.
With your help, of course. In a battle situation, you'll only have a split second to decide how to attack. Press the aim button to get ready, then use the attack button to attack using a weapon. Use the CQC button to attack using CQC. Press the CQC button once to throw a punch. Pressing it multiple times in succession will allow you...
Стоп, чё они, блядь, чё нейронкой записали голос босс? Вы слышали, как у нее резко голос изменился, постарел, блядь, резко? Как она говорит молодо, потом резко постарела, потом опять молодо. Это что, нейронка? Или они позвали актрису спустя 20 лет записать реплики и вставили их между молодыми репликами? Что это за хуйня была? Вы слышали? Это что за прикол, блядь, сейчас был? А мне говорил про это лично, я не замечал, а сейчас, блядь, замечаю.
To deliver a combo attack. But striking your opponent is just one aspect of CQC. It doesn't really start to shine until you've got your enemy in a hold. Press and hold down the CQC button to grab your opponent with your hand. From there, you can use the movement stick to knock your opponent off balance and throw him to the ground. This can be used to knock an opponent out in a single blow. If you don't press the movement stick, grapple with your enemy until you're behind them and can get your knife to their throat.
Это что за хуйня сейчас вы это слышите? А опять нормально.
Will render him virtually powerless. From this point, there are several things you can do. Press the action button to slit the enemy's throat with your knife. Move the movement stick and press the CQC button to throw the enemy to the ground. Tap the CQC button rapidly to choke the enemy. You can use this to knock him out or even kill him if you do it long enough. By continuing to hold down the CQC button, you can move around while keeping your grip on the enemy. By pressing the aim button, you can aim your currently equipped weapon at another enemy. With their comrade acting as a human shield, the enemy will be reluctant to attack you. Press the interrogate button to press your knife against the enemy and demand information. You'll be surprised at how much you can learn this way. But don't get too complacent. While your enemy may be powerless in your grip, he'll use any opportunity he can to counterattack.
I see you caught yourself a reticulated python. The reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. The biggest ones can grow up to 10 meters in length. Although they're not poisonous, they're still very dangerous, so be careful around them. They have a highly ferocious temperament, and they can swallow whole, even large animals like deer and pigs. Their most distinguishing feature is the mesh pattern of their scales. This pattern acts as a highly effective natural camouflage. If you think there might be a reticulated python about, pay close attention to your surroundings. Otherwise, you could get bitten before you even know it's there. It's a huge snake, but you should be able to capture it alive by using the tranquilizer gun. I'll bet if you capture one and throw it at an enemy, it'll give him a good scare.
Right. But how do they taste?
Huh?
Do they taste good?
You're actually going to eat one.
Why else would I be asking?
Cannibal.
What was that?
Nothing. Let's see what the guide says. Ah, you're in luck. It says they taste pretty good.
Good. I can hardly wait.
Ugh. I see you found some Siberian inkcap mushrooms. The Siberian inkcap is a mushroom from the inkcap family. Its life cycle is transitory. As soon as the spores mature, the cap starts to turn black, liquefy, and melt away.
And that's why they call it an ink cap?
That's right. It doesn't really turn to liquid, but you get the idea. In its immature state, before it melts away, it's valued as a source of food. Just be sure not to eat them while you're drinking alcohol.
Why's that?
Ink caps contain coprin, which inhibits the function of aldehyde dehydrogenase. This prevents the body from breaking down alcohol, causing a buildup of acetaldehyde.
Meaning?
Meaning it will give you the hangover from hell.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
You think I'd drink alcohol in the middle of a mission?
Wouldn't you?
Hell no.
Well, I'm knocking a shot back now.
What?
Just teasing you. Oh, come on. Where's your sense of humor?
I need a drink.
Snake, that area is inhabited by the giant anaconda. The giant anaconda is believed to be the largest snake in the world in terms of weight and diameter. It's not poisonous, but its large size makes it extremely powerful. They say it even eats crocodiles. Its only natural predator is man.
And snake.
And snake. The giant anaconda is a very large snake, but you should be able to capture it alive using the tranquilizer gun.
Got it. So how does it taste?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Glad I didn't disappoint you. So?
Well, the guide says it tastes all right.
Good. I'll have to try some.
Snake, that area is inhabited by magpies. Magpies are members of the crow family. They're distinguishable by their beautiful dark blue and white bodies and their long tails. Their favorite food is insects, but they'll also eat small fish, acorns, and fruit. They're omnivores, which means...
They'll eat anything.
Right. Just like you, huh? If you use the tranquilizer gun, you should be able to capture magpies alive.
Okay. So how do they taste?
You always ask me that.
Naturally. So?
I've never heard of anybody actually eating a magpie, but I suppose there's no reason you couldn't.
You don't say.
Oh. Check your stamina gauge to see how much stamina you have remaining. It shows, as the name suggests, your remaining stamina. As you consume stamina, your natural life regeneration is slowed and your hands shake more. Your O2 gauge and grip gauge also become shorter. Excessively low stamina can often impede your mission objectives. Make sure you replenish stamina before that occurs. Snake, that area should be inhabited by tree frogs. The tree frog is a green frog that's found throughout Asia. It's arboreal, spending most of its time in shrubs and bushes. Use the tranquilizer gun to catch one alive. I bet you could scare an enemy good if you tossed one at him. But the tree frogs that live in that jungle are a lot bigger than ordinary tree frogs.
They've got an appetite, huh?
You've got a one-track mind, don't you? But seriously, that is one theory. However, there are people who think it's a mutation caused by nuclear testing and waste from the research facility.
Do you think they're safe to eat?
Is that all you ever think about?
What else is there?
Lots.
Like what?
Like why a frog would get so big in the first place. Whether it's a temporary phenomenon created by a unique environment, or a permanent mark of evolution, or a product of the toxic waste coming out of the research facility. If it is the waste that's causing it, then it means humans are interfering with the ecosystem. It really makes you think about the changing relationship between...
This isn't interesting.
Oh, fine. Be that way.
So, how about it?
You mean, is it edible?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's probably okay.
Probably.
I don't know. The guide doesn't say anything.
Pretty useless guide, if you ask me.
Well, try one for dinner and you can help improve it. You should be able to find Russian oyster mushrooms in that area. The Russian oyster mushroom is an edible variety that belongs to the shimeji family. It's known to be particularly rich in vitamin B1 and niacin. Apparently, it's usually found growing on tree stumps and hollow logs, so look there if you want to eat some.
Sokolov should be at the abandoned factory to the north, so head in that direction. Snake, intelligence indicates that that area is outside the enemy's cordon, so you shouldn't have any unexpected encounters with enemy patrols. I think it will be a good idea to take this time to get accustomed to using your camouflage, hunting for food, and navigating the survival viewer. If you have any questions about camouflage or CQC, ask the boss. Paramedic is the medical correspondent for this mission. Ask her about hunting for food and medical treatment. Also, she has documents detailing flora and fauna in the operation locale. Contact her if you need detailed information on any of the plants and animals in your area. Snake, remember that this operation is a solo sneaking mission. We'll be providing you with support over the radio, but out in the field, you're on your own. There's no backup. And there's no way you'll survive a battle with a large enemy contingent. Avoid engagement whenever possible. Your highest priority in this mission is staying out of sight. Snake, did you find food?
Yeah.
You sound happy.
I am.
Do you know how to eat it? Then let me explain. To eat food, press the survival viewer button to enter the survival viewer. Go to food to select the food you want to eat, then press the enter button. Select eat and you will eat the selected food. When you eat, you will recover your stamina, but the extent of recovery depends on what you eat. When your stamina is down only slightly, you should save your tastier morsels for later. But don't leave food for too long or it'll rot. This is where a little planning ahead goes a long way.
Besides eating food, you can throw it at enemies to confuse them. So remember, food is not just for eating. Be creative. Snake, when your stamina gets low, it negatively affects your physical abilities. You've got to replenish your stamina before it runs out.
Check your stamina gauge to see how much stamina you have remaining. It shows, as the name suggests, your remaining stamina. As you consume stamina, your natural life regeneration is slowed and your hands shake more. Your O2 gauge and grip gauge also become shorter. Excessively low stamina can often impede your mission objectives. Make sure you replenish stamina before that occurs. Eat food to recover stamina. Capture plants and animals to get food. I have information on the local plants and animals, so don't hesitate to ask.
Your actions can lower your stamina. The more demanding the activity, the more stamina consumed.
Exactly. Walking slowly will conserve stamina, while actions like rolling, crawling, and stalking consume large amounts of it. Try your best to avoid unnecessary actions in order to conserve stamina.
Snake, use the survival viewer to pick your camouflage, treat wounds, and eat food. Ask the boss or paramedic about the details.
Major.
What is it?
It's about your code name.
Major Tom?
Yeah, where'd you get that name?
From a tunnel.
A tunnel?
That's right. Snake, have you seen the movie The Great Escape?
No.
It's a movie about a determined group of Allied POWs trapped in a German POW camp who plan an escape. The POWs dig 3 tunnels for their escape. They named them Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I see. So Tom was an escape tunnel. Did they make it?
Out of the camp? Of course. One of the tunnels was even discovered before it was finished, but eventually they do make it out.
I get it now. So Tom was the tunnel they used to escape.
Yes, that's right.
What is it?
Well, actually, I'm not sure if I remember correctly.
Major.
Oh, it's all right. It's, Tom, Snake. Tom is the escape tunnel. Yes, no question about it. Snake, in order to carry out the mission without being spotted, you must learn to detect an approaching enemy well ahead of time. Use the camera stick and constantly check your surroundings as you proceed.
The camera can be moved about freely. You can use it to look at your surroundings while standing in place. If you plow ahead recklessly, you put yourself in danger of running into an enemy. You might not even realize he was there. Make regular stops and check your surroundings. Okay, Snake?
After aiming your weapon with the aim button, press the first-person view button to switch to a first-person view attack. When using first-person view attack, you can direct your line of fire up, down, left, or right more accurately.
The first-person view attack is a fundamental part of gunfighting. It allows you to aim at targets that are difficult to hit, such as in between trees. It also makes it possible to aim for your enemy's weak points. When you need to take an enemy out in one shot, use a first-person view attack and aim for the head.
Snake, making it harder for the enemy to spot you isn't the only advantage to maintaining a high camo index. The harder you are to distinguish from your surroundings, the harder you are to hit. In other words, the enemy's shots will miss more often. Do everything you can to keep your camo index high at all times. Snake, let's review the way to change between standing, crouching, and crawling. If you press when and you can when you press don't. Snake, in order to maintain your stamina, you'll have to feed yourself.
But don't you think I should have at least brought a few rations?
Americans have a terrible habit of taking everything with them. Nowadays, nobody can get anything done without a lot of fancy equipment. It wasn't like that in SAS, I'll tell you that. And with Fox, we're running things my way.
Roger that, sir.
You're not convinced, are you? Well, think of it this way. The stuff you'll find out there tastes a lot better than army rations anyway.
I hope you're right.
You'll be procuring food by capturing local plants and animals. Paramedic has
Не, мне нравятся диалоги, просто некоторые обучение просто проебал обучение. Остальное интересное, регулярное, мне интересно, я слушаю. Слушаю на какой-нибудь третий МГС, один из самых лучших МГС с точки зрения опциональных диалогов. Тут очень много опциональных диалогов, которые раскрывают и лор, и геймплей, и куча всего, просто их нужно искать во многом. Вот.
Listen up, Snake. Keep in mind that this operation is strictly covert. Engagements should be avoided. If you must dispose of an enemy, do it with the tranquilizer gun.
Yup. Sweet dreams, Boy Scout.
That's right. And by the time he wakes up, you and Sokolov will be safely out of the country.
Sipping hot coffee on a plane back home.
What did you say? What did you say?
Sipping hot coffee on a...
You're gonna drink that foul mud? On the victory flight home?
Okay, then. What would you drink?
Tea, of course. Snake, the fake death and revival pills we gave you are the latest in internal medicines developed for intelligence ops by the CIA's technology division. You can use the fake death pill to send yourself into a death-like state for a limited period of time. Use it wisely, and you should be able to fool the enemy into thinking you're really dead. It may come in handy if you ever find yourself cornered. To revive yourself from the fake death state, use the revival pill. But remember, timing is critical. The effect will be ruined if you revive right in front of your enemy.
Interesting. But how does it work?
What do you mean?
I don't feel right taking some pill I don't know anything about. How does it make me look dead? How's it gonna affect my body?
Well, Snake, about that...
I get it. I should ask Paramedic. Paramedic.
Allow me to explain. You know how there are animals in nature that play dead, like weevils, ladybugs, chickadees, possums, and the like? Well, the fake death pill takes the natural art of playing dead and applies it to the spy world. When you take the fake death pill, it causes your body to rapidly secrete a number of chemicals. adenosine and serotonin, as well as opioid peptides, such as methionine and kephalin. Those chemicals act to induce a state of hibernation, causing your heart rate, your breathing rate, and your body temperature to drop dramatically. It'll truly look like you've dropped dead upon initial inspection. The revival pill, to put it simply, is a counteracting agent to the fake death pill. When you take it, it causes your body to secrete stimulants like noradrenaline and other chemicals such as naloxone, which block the effects of the fake death pill. Basically, it wakes you up. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try and explain it in more detail. The secretion of methionine and kephalin triggered by the fake death pill causes the opioid receptors.
Oh, okay. I think I get it now.
You sure?
Yeah.
But you must want to know a little bit more. There are 3 types of receptors: delta, kappa, and mu. Methionine and kephalin acts on the...
Paramedic, I think Snake understands now. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, clear as crystal.
But...
Major, I've got enough info about the pills, so I'm gonna get back to the mission now.
Yes, you do that.
Hey, wait a...
The battery recharges automatically when not in use. When you want to recharge the battery, unequip all electronic devices and give it some time. The higher your stamina gauge, the faster your battery recharges. If you want it to recharge faster, eat food and recover your stamina. Also, if you run, roll, or do other dramatic actions, the battery will recharge faster.
Wait a second.
What is it?
The higher my stamina, the faster my battery recharges?
That's what I said.
But what does my stamina have to do with the battery?
Oh, yes, I see what you're getting at. Let's have Paramedic explain that. Paramedic?
Yes, sir. It's because Snake's battery uses bioelectricity.
Bioelectricity.
Bioelectricity is electricity emitted from cells. When the cells of living things are stimulated, sodium and potassium ions move rapidly through the cell membrane's ion channel, creating a difference in electric potential. The battery uses that energy to recharge. So unless your cells have plenty of nutrients, the recharge won't work well.
Amazing the kind of machines that are available now.
But this machine has not been made public. It was designed by a scientist at the CIA's Directorate of Science and Technology.
What kind of person was he?
The person who designed it?
Yeah.
I heard he was pretty strange.
Stranger than the Major?
There's nothing strange about the Major.
My tea's gone. Who drank it? How am I supposed to have tea time without tea?
Well, not too strange, at least.
Hey, my scone's gone too. Snake, what do you do when you get a new weapon or item?
I put it in my backpack first.
But you know that you can't equip items that are still in your backpack, right?
Yeah. The only things that can be equipped with the weapon and item window buttons are items on my person.
Correct. If you want to equip an item, first you have to remove it from your backpack.
To place a weapon on your person, go to the survival viewer, then backpack, then select weapon. A list of weapons will be shown in a window on the screen. Select the weapon you wish to put on your person with the movement stick, and press the enter button to remove the weapon from your backpack and equip it to your person. However, you can only carry so many weapons at once on your person. Put unnecessary weapons back into your backpack. Select a weapon on your person from the weapon list and press the enter button to put that weapon into your backpack. Your situation determines what weapons are most useful. Consider this when choosing which weapons to put on your person. Okay, Snake?
Major, what kind of place is this secret design bureau that Sokolov is heading?
The Soviets have a number of secret design bureaus like this one, each engaged in cutting-edge research. OKB-1, the bureau where the Voskhod spacecraft was developed and which plays a leading role in the Soviet space program, is one of those installations. Most of them are located in secret cities, built in isolated areas, and we don't even know their exact locations, much less the nature of their research. And Sokolov's OKB-754 is the most secret bureau of them all. The intelligence communities of the West have tried time and again to find out what they're working on, but they've failed consistently.
So you have absolutely no idea what Sokolov is developing?
We've got nothing.
Then how did you get the information for this mission? It can't have been from Sokolov.
From the boss.
The boss?
That's right. She has her own intelligence channels that she cultivated during the last war. She shared what she learned with us. That we were able to get the green light for this mission at all is thanks to her pull with the powers that be at the CIA. In other words, this mission would never have come together without the boss's help in a number of respects. Snake, aiming your gun during first...
No laser sight?
What?
A laser sight. I heard the military was developing them, but...
You want a laser sight?
Uh-huh.
A well-trained soldier has no use for a laser sight. No training wheels on this mission, Snake. Like with the handgun, you can press the aim button to ready the... If you're in a close quarters fight, observe the reticle and where your shots are...
I understand, but that doesn't sound too accurate.
Of course not. So when you require pinpoint targeting, like when firing from afar or sniping, switch to first-person view attacks. Carefully align your front and rear sights to concentrate fire and gain a sharper view on your target.
In the 2 years since Sokolov's asylum operation, I've spent all my time making preparations. And now is the time to show some results. Fox is a next-generation espionage organization designed to update us for 21st century operations that I propose to the CIA. Fox sends individuals who excel in espionage and special tactics on solo sneaking missions like this one. A next-generation unit that combines the skills of Special Forces units like the SAS and Green Berets with the know-how of an infiltration and espionage unit.
Military politics never was my strong suit.
What I'm trying to say is stealth. This is a stealth mission, crucial to the coming Cold War. The CIA director has always frowned upon Fox, but if this mission succeeds, Fox will be added to the CIA as an official unit. I intend to make Fox the leader in special operations. And to that end, this mission must succeed.
Right.
I'm counting on you, Snake. Snake, the Soviet troops are not your only enemies.
How do you mean?
Nature.
Boss?
Poisonous snakes, scorpions, crocodiles, hornets. There are dozens of dangerous life forms living in Selinoyarsk. There are even poisonous mushrooms and frogs, and other plants and animals that you must not eat. In order to survive in nature, you have to know nature.
Paramedic has information on the flora and fauna in each area. Ask her for the details. Snake, I don't recommend running around wildly. You need to determine when it's best to run and when it's best just to walk. Move the movement stick slightly to walk. When you're... Snake, there are other ways
Such as taking
a rest.
To take a rest. The next time you load, how much they...
So the longer...
That's right. If you're so... Save the game.
I hope that never...
So do I. But
I won't.
In most areas outdoors, this could alert nearby. If you need to sneak...
Stalking is a movement technique that eliminates even the... Stalking involves putting your... Before putting down the front, use the tip of your foot to check for dangerous objects. Once you've determined the spot is placing it down from the outside edge first. Throughout the entire process, you have to strain... But all you need to do is press the movement stick in the direction you... When stalking, you can move, and since your posture is low while stalking, since you move cautiously while stalking, you will be... However, the slow, concentrated move... Switch between walking right...
Major, tell me about Sokolov's past work.
I assume you already know that Sokolov was the developer of the multi-engine cluster. The multi-engine cluster is exactly that. A system for fitting a single rocket with multiple engines. The Vostok rocket, for instance, had 32 engines. With the technology they had, it was difficult for the Soviets to develop large engines with massive thrust. So instead, they decided to focus on using multiple smaller engines to achieve the desired thrust. With this method, though, maintaining the fuel balance between the various engines was a major problem. Sokolov was the man who provided the solution.
And that's what earned him the job as the head of the design bureau?
Apparently so.
So this secret weapon is some kind of ballistic device?
Well, that's my best guess. We don't know for sure, but...
You'll find out soon as I get Sokolov out of here.
I'm counting on you. With an equipped weapon, use this for charges or... The degree to which you move with it. Part of your mission is to demonstrate to the brass the core concepts behind Fox. Leave no evidence. That's the... Not only that, I mean leave nothing behind.
Yeah.
What?
What's wrong?
That's the American way. To handle defecation. You're gonna...
Yeah.
Bring it home with...
What?
That's what we do. The US Army is sloppy. They do things well, but not perfectly.
Yes, sir.
Snake, if you step in any water or mud, your feet will get wet. If you walk like that, you'll leave footprints behind and the enemy may follow them straight to you. Try to avoid walking through any water or mud as much as possible. However, if your feet do get wet, just crawl to avoid leaving any footprints behind. When you don't want anybody following your trail, make sure to crawl. Equip food as a weapon to throw the food. If an enemy is you have minimal gear. Press down on the switching the cap. Naturally, the area you can use the same use of this technique. Snake, the Mark 22 is a tranquilizer gun. Use it to put enemies to sleep without harming them. The speed with which the tranquilizer takes effect depends on the point of impact on the enemy. If a target is hit on the arm or leg, the tranquilizer won't take effect immediately, but a target hit on the head will drop like a fly. If you want to take an enemy...
A fruit called the Russian false mango grows in that area. The Russian false mango is a mango-like fruit found only in Selinoyarsk. The egg-shaped fruit is sweet and tangy with a pleasing aroma, just like a mango. Also, the seeds can be used to make a medicine that aids in digestion. It might come in handy if you ever have an upset stomach.
Snake.
What's up, boss?
Don't you what's up me.
Okay then, what is it?
I'm talking about your camouflage. Why aren't you using it?
Oh.
When you don't use any camouflage at all, you stick out like a sore thumb. Didn't you listen to a word I said?
Well, I was listening, but...
Then start using your camouflage. Is that clear?
Yeah.
You can only use CQC to grab enemies when your right hand is free to grab and pull them. In other words, when your bare hand, you won't be able to grab such as the...
So in other words, I can't throw in...
Exactly. I see you wearing the olive drab uniform. Olive drab, or OD for short, is what you might call the pre-camouflage uniform. Plain-colored OD fatigues are still worn by infantry today, but they'll be replaced sooner or later by patterned camouflage. As you can see, it's got no colors or markings on it, so of course it won't make a very effective disguise. You should change into some other type of camouflage as soon as you can. Normally, you would ask a fellow soldier how well your camouflage is working. But this is a solo sneaking mission, so nobody out there is on your side. You have to determine how well your camouflage is working by yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry, that's what the camo index is for. The camo index tells you how well you've imitated the surroundings. The higher the index, the more well disguised you are. With a high enough camo index, you can even fool enemies inches away. If you are in an area where encounters are a high concern, keep your camo index high. Got it? In my day, I did my share of sneaking into enemy territory.
You mean since World War II?
Yeah, mostly snatch missions.
Snatch mission? That's where you abduct an enemy officer without killing him, right?
Right. That's where I got the original idea for CQC. In a snatch mission, taking out the target's escorts by shooting them is not an option. If the enemy hears the gunshot, they'll know there's an intruder and tighten security. And the target will sense danger and try to get away.
You needed a way to take out the guards and secure the target without making a sound.
That was the idea. The CQC style that you and I developed is based on the techniques I cultivated during those missions. So...
First time I've heard this.
Huh?
You've never told me any of this before.
I didn't?
No. Why? Why didn't you tell me this before? Why now?
I have my reasons. This is a solo sneaking mission. There's no one out there to support you. You'll need to be more than just a soldier. You'll have to be a medic, a pilot, and even a cook.
You don't need to remind me.
I'm glad to hear that.
Glad to hear what?
That you haven't changed a bit.
Hmm?
The truth is, you're nervous, aren't you?
I'm not nervous.
There's no need to be embarrassed. No one's ever attempted a mission like this before. In fact, you might say that getting nervous is the natural way to react. Relax. That's why you have the survival viewer. The survival viewer contains everything you'll need to stay alive in the field. Use camouflage to change your the map. The survival viewer is going to be your best friend. If you want to adjust the open the pop. Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage patterns. It takes more than just clothes to make a good disguise. To camouflage yourself effectively, you'll need to wear face paint. Face paint is bare skin sticks out like choose a color that match. Start by applying that way even if you make a mistake. In order to use light colors on areas of the face that recede and dark colors on areas that protrude. Open the survival viewer. Be sure to select a face paint that makes you blend. Camouflage is about blending in with nature. As long as you have camouflage fatigues, you don't need to be concerned with. On the other hand, no amount of camouflage will keep you. So when you need to hide from the enemy, you can check the camo index to see how you're moving. Hunters have known about camouflage since ancient times. But it's only quite recently, since the 18th century, that it's been applied to military operations. The first camouflage introduced to the military was a solid-colored uniform designed to blend in with the battlefield. It was really more of a protective color.
Кринж, херич, полный кринж.
Camouflage in the modern sense of the word wasn't introduced until the First World War. During that war, weapons such as aircraft, cannon, and warships were painted in camouflage colors. But it was almost never used to disguise individual soldiers. The widespread use of camouflage began in World War II. The Germans and the Russians in particular made active use of it in battle. Nowadays, with the Cold War raging, the Eastern Bloc has been hard at work developing all sorts of camouflage patterns. In the West, the French implemented it in their paratrooper corps and SAS during the Wars of Independence in Indochina.
I never saw it used in Korea, though.
America has lagged behind other countries in incorporating camouflage. They're only just beginning to consider introducing it into certain units.
Why is that?
Apparently, there are those in the U.S. military who consider camouflage too passive a technique.
Morons.
You're telling me. But now more and more people are beginning to appreciate how useful and important camouflage can be. I'm sure the brass will see the light soon enough. To place a weapon on your person, go to the survival. However, put unnecessary. Select your The sooner you find the enemy, the better you'll be able. So be sure to. When you aim your handgun in first-person view, align the front sight and the rear sight of the gun with
Да,
the
это,
target
конечно,
and
кринж
fire.
полный. Пиздец. Так еще мессенджер хуянцы, блядь, пиздец.
Saving the game, Snake? Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in his path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
If you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America too. It might even win awards all across the globe in 60 years.
Why's that?
2024 will be Godzilla's 70th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Stalking is a movement technique
Реально.
but all you need when stalk and since your posture since you
Реально таки
however, the slow
наматываются.
switch in the jungle, it's absolute sometimes even the smallest. You'll have to make sure your weapon use tape to secure metal objects and other items that after you've secured your gear.
Don't worry. I remember the drill.
Select map. It should in addition to get in to succeed map.
Целый час, блядь, слушал диалоги. В пизду, блядь, пошли играть. Я охуел, блядь. Бля, в ремейк добавили компас, кстати. Ну, ебал, хуёвая идея. Анимация с того не добавили, спрятали. Охуенно. Блядь, я уже устал. Это какой-то долго ждал. Пока не закончит пиздеть, что я уже устал, блядь. Что я уже не хочу играть. Ладно, сейчас поиграю. Я же забыл, что это стелс-экшен, а не визуальная новелла, блядь. Беги, Снейкс, беги. И мучили из болота.
Snake, do you see any tufts of grass?
Yeah,
What kind of grass?
just ordinary grass. Nothing special.
You should check it anyhow.
It's pretty thick grass, about waist high.
If you crawl into the grass, you can advance under cover. When you do, the camera automatically switches to intrusion view. If you want to stand up again, press and hold the crouch button once more. If you press the crouch button briefly, you'll crouch in that spot. This allows you to observe things without blowing your cover. Got it?
Yeah, but
But what?
was that the only reason?
What do you mean?
You had me check it just so you could tell me that?
That's right.
Oh,
Pretty useful, huh?
right.
Shall we carry on?
By all means.
Even when hidden in grass, if you make a noise, your enemies will locate you. When enemies are nearby, move with slight movements of the movement stick. That way you can proceed with minimal disturbance. Snake, let me explain the enemy's various states. First of all, there's the state in which, in normal phase, they won't...
Keep in mind that your weapons and equipment each storing a heavy item on. If you're getting tired, it's a good idea.
Ходил Данди, блядь. Это бонусное оружие, кстати. Мы его не будем использовать. Потому что я ебал. Бонусное для пусечек. А я не пусечек. Я хуесосик. Кстати, ярче смотреть, что-то есть. Смотри, есть костюмы из Писволкера. Вот. Мисс Смокинги из первого. Есть ЛГБТ. Есть бывшая западная Германия. Есть сердечки. Есть Санта-Клаус. Есть мумия. Есть граната. Есть банан. Банан. Да. Советский Союз держи. Пиздец. Дремучий лес, север.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting the uniform, choosing camouflage that also, don't forget that anything, if you just stand up and run around, but if you crawl, you can see how effective the camo index, the higher the value. The key is to make your...
Ну да, есть такое.
Snake, I recommend against leaving the bodies of your victims lying around. If the enemy spots a fallen comrade, they'll realize that they've been infiltrated and strengthen their guard. When you kill an enemy, hide the body in the grass or at some other location where it won't be spotted. Stand near a fallen enemy and press the reload button to grab the body. Hold the reload button and move to drag the body. Release the reload button to put the body down. Snake, that region is inside the enemy's area of control.
I know. Time for the real deal.
The enemy is running regular patrols. You don't know when or where you might run into them. Use camouflage prudently and proceed with caution. Snake, camouflage uniforms alone are not enough. You'll need to put on face paint. Snake, in addition.
I want some more.
What the?
HQ, respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. Enemy sighted. Requesting backup.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements.
Если меня ползет, если меня упустить еще, сука, отравить будет очень неприятно. Погоди, чё, блядь, автоприцеливание? Серьезно, нахуй?
HQ.
It's HQ.
Нихуя, блядь, пиздёж. Да не пиздят здесь, что только для оригинала. Нихуя не только для оригинала.
Patrol here.
А чё без автоприцеливания,
We lost
блядь?
sight of the intruder. Going into high alert.
Acknowledged.
Да, блядь, попади. Сука. Ладно, хочу обратно за автоприцеливание.
Pursue and engage him.
Who's that?
Вот хуй знает, мне лучше большой фов или маленький фов. Я просто не могу определиться. Разница в работе не такая большая, но сука ощущается. Но это лучше один. Да, это яблоко молоко. Ладно, тебе показалось. Вот, погнали.
Sokolov should be at the abandoned factory to the north, so head in that direction. Sokolov should be at the abandoned factory to the north, so head in that direction.
I see you've got yourself a Baltic hornet's nest. Baltic hornets are a variety of hornets that inhabit that area. The difference between them and other hornets is that they produce honey in their nests. Inside the nests are larvae, pupa, and adults. You can eat them all. In particular, the honey you find inside the nest is delicious and full of nutrients. It's easy to digest and helps pep you up when you're feeling tired. In short, it's the perfect survival food. Honey can also be used as a burn ointment. When honey is applied to a burn, it creates a protective coating over the skin. When you knock down a hornet's nest, a burn ointment will appear along with it, so don't forget to pick it up. Of course, the hornets aren't going to give up their nest without a fight. If you knock a nest down, a large swarm of hornets will come flying out, so be careful.
I see you're wearing the leaf pattern camouflage. The leaf pattern was developed to provide cover in forest environments. The U.S. military isn't the only one using it. Countries that anticipate operating in forest environments are developing various types of patterns, each suited to the vegetation of the particular region. The Soviets and the Eastern European countries all use their own unique patterns. Leaf pattern camo will give you an especially low profile in areas of thick vegetation.
I saw something. I must be seeing things. Speak. Hornets. They're terrifying. Speak. Crocodiles taste great. Speak. Throw a grenade into a crocodile's mouth. Who's that?
Patrol here. Enemy sighted. Commencing attack.
Ярик, смотри, тут видишь справа снизу есть лягушка и уточка. Вопрос в чем? Здесь добавили не только лягушки, здесь есть лягушки из оригинала и уточки. По каждой на каждую локацию. То есть 64 локации, на каждой есть по одной лягушке, по одной уточке. Лягушки находятся там, где оригинально находились, уточки в других местах. За отстрел всех лягушек и всех уточек ты получаешь ачивку и какие-то бонусы. Какие, не знаю, я еще не отстрелил, как ты видишь. Я отстрелил только сколько отстрелил при первом прохождении год назад. Вот эту ачивку с удочками будут выполнять потом в будущем.
Disgusting.
Долина водная. Видишь, добавили быструю смену маскировки теперь. Можно через менюшку, а можно быстро по заготовкам, которые игра сама тебе воссоздает в зависимости от местоположения твоего.
Sokolov should be at the abandoned factory to the north, so head in that direction.
The gun you're using is a test model of a suppressor-equipped pistol currently in development by the Navy that's been modified by the CIA into a tranquilizer gun. The suppressor-equipped pistol it's derived from is itself being developed for use by special forces based on the M39.
The Mark 22.
That's what they're going to call it if they decide to adopt it for official use. It uses a slide lock mechanism that will keep the firing sound down to a minimum.
But I'll have to reload it by hand every time I fire, right?
Right. You won't be able to fire multiple shots at once, so make every shot count. Aim for the enemy's vital spots. There's talk of designing the Mark 22 to accommodate special subsonic rounds. But for this mission, you'll be using specifically designed tranquilizer rounds. In a way, these tranquilizer rounds are like miniature syringes. When one of them strikes a target, the impact causes a needle contained within to shoot out. At the same time, chemicals inside the round are mixed to create a gas, which pushes the plunger and injects the tranquilizer into the target. You can knock out an enemy immediately by shooting them in the head. But if you shoot them in the arm or leg, the tranquilizing agent will take some time to set in. Aim carefully.
А, ебать, эти пошли на подкрепление, по всей видимости, в ту локацию прошлую, да? И сейчас налево свернуться, да? Блять, похоже, да. Блять. Там пиздец.
Come in, HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. Unable to determine the problem.
Understood. Resume your patrol.
Долбоёб, просто долбоёб. Я перепутал кнопку, сделал перекат. Я просто перепутал кнопку, сделал перекат прямо в пропасть.
A suspension bridge, is it? If you cross the bridge, you'll have to do something. You could put them to sleep with or you could get in close.
Use a first person, but be warned. If you don't take that when attacking from afar, it's crucial to lure an enemy to you, deliberately make a noise, or throw.
What's wrong?
Бля, не успел. О нет, плюс 3 души в босс-файте 40. О нет.
After you've grabbed an enemy, press the event. However,
You're wearing the woodland face paint. There is one weapon greater than any other in battle. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
What?
Do we have to go through this again?
Yes.
Will. An unflinching will to survive no matter what.
Exactly. The will to carry out your mission and return home alive will see you through even the most desperate of situations. It's the most potent weapon in your arsenal. Don't forget that, no matter what.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
I see you found a Yabloko Maloko.
Yablo, what now?
Yabloko Maloko. It's a Russian name that roughly translates as milk apple. It's a type of star apple. The juice is thick and sweet, like milk, hence the name. And if you cut one in half lengthwise, you'll see a star-shaped ring radiating out from the center.
Hence the star apple.
Right. The star-shaped part has a gelatinous texture and is said to be especially tasty.
Sounds useful.
You're welcome.
For once.
Did you say something?
No, back to the mission.
Snake, Sokolov is imprisoned in the northeast area of the factory.
Got it. To the northeast.
Yes, and don't engage the enemy. The object of this mission is to bring Sokolov back safely and nothing more. Contact Sokolov without being spotted by the enemy and bring him out discreetly. If you must dispose of an enemy, do it with the tranquilizer gun.
Я можно сделать интерфейс, как в Риге, юзать? Чисто моя. Давай. Во, ебать. Она похуй выглядит как в ремейке. Мне просто интересно было, да, можно. То есть, если тебе не нравится новый ярче интерфейс вдруг, да, то ты можешь сделать его как в оригинале. То есть тут можно редактировать интерфейс абсолютно как тебе угодно. Даже я тоже за это платить не буду, бесплатно дали. Тут даже можно сделать режим камеры, как в оригинальном, не субстанции, короче, сверху камера, которая классическая, как в первой и второй части. Вот, немножко нахуйня ебаная, я считаю, в третьем МГС нужно играть третьего лица, как субстанс версии, потому что тут уже прям геймдизайн был заточен под это, как мне кажется. Хотя вот эту помнишь погоню от Metal Gear на взлетной полосе, что от третьего лица просто едем и все, а вот в классической камере там прям крутые пролеты камеры голливудские и так далее. То есть, если что, в ремейк-то тоже перенесли, если включить классическую камеру, то там тоже будут красивые пролеты и так далее. Ну вот. Это молодцы, они сделали.
I hear something. Huh? I hear something. There's nothing here. Huh? It's just my imagination. What's wrong?
Привет, Дмитрий.
Tasty.
Ну, сейчас будем скоро заканчивать. Я уже спаю. Сейчас вызвали на Соколова, сохранимся, посмотрим касценку и, я думаю, спать пойдем.
HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We're being attacked. Enemy position unknown. Going into high alert.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
What's wrong?
Speak.
I'm not talking.
Speak.
Let go of me.
Да, спирать поиграть. Мне кажется, разор сыграть тем можно бесплатно.
Who's that? What the? Radio, call HQ.
HQ, respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. Enemy sighted. Commencing attack.
Блять, это что за хуйня сейчас была? Ёб твою мать, Донбасс, блять.
Snake, do you read? Snake?
Major.
Snake, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You're far from okay. Look at your life gauge. You're on your last leg.
No, I can still...
See?
Snake, this is a solo sneaking mission. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Huh?
It means there's no backup, no cavalry. If you're taken out, nobody is there to take your place. Pull out for now and recuperate.
Find a hiding place and get some rest. Your life gauge will gradually recover with time. But the speed of your life gauge recovery depends on the level of your stamina gauge. So get plenty to eat, then get some rest. You hear me? Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Давайте на этом, может, закончим. Потому что я реально что-то уже, блядь, плыву нахуй. Сори, что реально уже плыву, я уже не могу концентрироваться. А мы хотим не просто пробежать, мы хотим насладиться игрой. Тем более на экстремальном уровне сложности, тем более моя любимая часть, тем более самая медленная часть, которую я больше всего люблю в плане геймплея. Это вот... Сейчас я вам расскажу, почему я люблю больше всего третью часть в плане геймплея. Медленный, текучий, на экстремальной сложности. Очень медленный геймплей, где ты ползешь по 5 минут, постоянно осматриваешь, где противники, постоянно используешь инструменты из говна и палок. Должен охотиться, потому что у тебя на экстремальном уровне сложности очень быстро загасает стамина. То есть ощущение такое экстремального выживания в диких условиях. И при этом все без open world, а сюжетно. И это все с стелсом. И это вот очень круто. И из-за этого третью часть больше всего люблю. Поэтому мы будем ее очень долго растягивать. Вот. Так что давайте. Всем удачи, всем пока, всем спокойной ночи.